Okay, let's look at another problem, solving a quadratic equation using factorization method. If you've not listened to the previous class on this same topic, I will advise you listen to it so that you have a better understanding for you to deal with this problem. That idea passed in that second class, if you understood it properly, you can also use it to factorize quadratic expressions, not only equations, but we are dealing with equations right now. The step one, I said multiply the first variable and the last variable. Step one, multiply the first variable and the last variable. If you're solving this in your WAEC or any exams, you do not necessarily need to write the steps. I'm only doing this to help you have a better understanding. Step one, because of time factor, so I don't end up writing step and your time will be going, you end up not solving much problems to help you have a better score in your exams. Step one, multiply the first variable and the last variable. 4x raised to power 2 times minus 15. That will give us minus 60x raised to power 2. Step two, I said find two factors of the result you got. Here we have minus 60x squared. Find two factors of minus 60x squared, that if you add them up, you should be having minus 7x as a result when you add them up. So the two factors I will quickly want to pick out here without wasting much of our time will be minus 12x and 5x. Minus 12x and 5x. If you multiply minus 12x times 5x, you're going to have minus 60x raised to power 2. And if you add up minus 12x plus 5x, your answer will be minus 7x. Minus 12x plus 5x, your answer will be minus 7x. I am not multiplying these variables. I am adding up these variables. So you should be careful when dealing with this type of problem, because sometimes we end up multiplying them and having a wrong result. So this is minus 12x plus 5x. Your answer is minus 7x. Now replace step 3. Replace the second variable with the two factors you have arrived at that gave you the second variable when you added them up. So I'll be replacing minus 7x with minus 12x plus 5x. So I'll have 4x raised to power 2 minus 12x plus 5x minus 15 is equal to 0. Now the step 4, I said factorize by grouping. So you have 4x squared minus 12x grouped plus 5x minus 15 in that way is equal to 0. Then bring out common factors from each of the brackets. For the first bracket, 4x squared minus 12x, what is common there is 4x. 4 will divide 12 and x will divide x. So 4x is common. I'll write the 4x out of the bracket and open up a new bracket. 4x into, if 4x goes into 4x raised to power 2, will be left with only x. That you should know. 4x into minus 12x, that will give us 4 will divide minus 12, that will be minus 3, and x will cancel x. So our answer there is x minus 3. So 4x into x minus 3. Let's go to the second bracket. 5x and minus 15. What is common is 5, so I'll have plus 5 there. 5 into 5x, you have x left, and plus 5 divided by minus 15, you have minus 3 is equal to 0. Now you notice that the two brackets are the same with the numbers outside. So pick up the numbers or the factors that are outside of the brackets to make a new bracket. That will be 4x plus 5, then into one of the brackets, since they are the same, x minus 3 is equal to 0. At this point, we'll be applying the a b is equal to 0 principle. AB is equal to 0 principle that states that if AB is equal to 0, then A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0. Then what we have there is 4x plus 5 into x minus 3 is equal to 0, where the first bracket is A and the second is B. With that, we're going to have 4x plus 5 is equal to 0 and x minus 3 is equal to 0. From the first one, equation that we have there, we can say that 4x is equal to minus 5. For us to make x the subject of this relation, then x will be equal to minus 5 divided by 4. In the second one, x minus 3 is equal to 0, then we can say that x is equal to plus 3. So the two values of x are minus 5 over 4 or plus 3. This is solving a quadratic problem using factorization method. Remember I said the first step, multiply the first variable and the last variable. We got minus 60s squared. When that is done, I've decided to use dot as my multiplication sign or operation. Dot is my times in this operation. So don't get confused. This is not decimal point. It's just a dot that denotes multiplication. So the first step, multiply the first variable and the last one. We got this result. Second step, find two factors of the result we got, minus 60s squared, for which if you add them up, you arrive at the second variable. And those two factors are minus 12x and 5x. If you multiply minus 12x and 5x, you're going to have minus 60s squared. If you add them up, you're going to have minus 7x. Then I said replace the second variable with the two factors we have arrived at. If we do that, we'll be having 4x raised to the power 2 minus 12x plus 5x minus 15 is equal to 0. And then I said factorize using the grouping method. And this we have grouped since there are four numbers or four factors here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll group them in 2 here and here. So in the first bracket, the common element there is 4x. Here's the 4x. Open up a new bracket. 4x into 4x squared, you have x. 4x into minus 12x, you have minus 3. In the second bracket, what is common is 5. 5 into 5x is x, and 5 into minus 15 is minus 3 is equal to 0. Then we notice that the two brackets are the same. So we're going to pick up the numbers outside the bracket, 4x and 5x, so make a new bracket. Then pick one of the brackets to multiply with the new bracket we've made. That will give us 4x plus 5 into x minus 3 is equal to 0. I say we cannot apply the AB is equal to 0 principle that states that if AB is equal to 0, then A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 0. Now, looking at the two factors that we have, 4x plus 5, x minus 3, the first is A and the second is B. Therefore, 4x plus 5 is equal to 0, where 4x is equal to minus 5. Then making x the subject of the relation, we'll be having x is equal to minus 5 over 4. Then the second, x minus 3 is equal to 0, where x is equal to plus 3. If minus 3 is to leave to the other part of the equation, then our final values for x are minus 5 over 4 or plus 3. See you in our next class.